everybody, and welcome to, I have no idea what day it is on the Taster series. I know it's Thursday, but I don't know what number we're up to. Let's think, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 12. Let's go with that anyway. Okay, so how are you all? I hope you are all doing well. I'm really super excited for the start of the No More Mummy Tummy Challenge on Monday. It's going to be amazing. So hopefully you all know now what levels you're going to start off at on the challenge. If you're not too sure, please ask me any questions, but that's great. And so hopefully now you're set because your core muscles are activating and you're much more confident to start, and I know you're going to get results. So in today's quick little motivation question session for you, I've got a lot of questions about how to activate the pelvic floors, when exactly to activate the transverse abdominals, when you're about to move throughout the exercises. Some can't feel the pelvic floors throughout their exercise, some can feel the transverse abdominals more. Okay, we're all quite different in how we not only recover, but how our body responds post-birth and also in the postnatal period. So one birth outcome can have a different effect on the pelvic floor and transverse abdominals, and it can affect another person very, very differently. Okay, so we have got general sort of rules which people tend to stick to, but again, there's always variations on those. So for mums who have had a C-section, generally you need to be concentrating more on your transverse abdominals because your pelvic floor muscles haven't been damaged after pushing baby out, so they're probably switching on as they used to pre-pregnancy, so they're automatic, so you don't really need to think about it. So generally, those of you who have had a C-section, and this can be a long time ago, and this is also the same for if you've had any hernia operations, hysterectomies, focus on the transverse. Don't need to worry about your pelvic floor unless you've got other issues also. Vaginal birth, we tend to say more so you need to focus on the pelvic floor lift, okay, because often your transverse are connecting quite well. All right, so there's so many different variables that you really need to think about your birth and how you're contracting. So if anybody wants to say anything or comment on the particular where they're up to, and I can let you know what you need to be doing, that's great. So if you are feeling these transverse fire up really strongly and can't feel your pelvic floors, you focus on your pelvic floors for the first 2 weeks, okay? Because generally these will activate without you thinking about them too much, and vice versa. So somebody asked me as well, when and where do you exhale and move? So what I want you to do is just before you move, you're already exhaling and you've switched on. So you have your core muscles on just before you do any movement. So that's a leg slide, a hip bridge, your leg lifts, etc. Now, when we move on next week through the No More Mummy Tummy Challenge, I'll show you a little bit more specifics and what to think about and all the different ways we can think about our breathing to benefit you, especially through squats. Okay, so just try and remember that we're all different. Okay, so some of us may have our pelvic floor muscles are too strong, so they're hypertonic, so they're tight anyway, and we actually need to relax them. You guys don't need to think about your pelvic floor muscles at all. We need to go more transverse. And again, then others who have maybe had episiotomies, have pelvic floor leaking issues, okay, often we need to think about that pelvic floor lift from at the front. Okay, so hopefully that's cleared it up a little bit about pelvic floor, transverse, what's over contracting, what's under contracting. Somebody also did ask that they're really struggling to switch off their upper abdominals. what may be happening is you're contracting your transverse too hard. So when we contract our transverse too hard, can we see that happens? And my fingers move in and up. So this is 20%. A lot more gradual. Can we see we're just, so maybe that's 50, 100% way too much, because then the upper abdominals come in. So just make sure it's a tiny, tiny, can you see that? It's so small, the movement's so small. There we go. So it's just a little lift up. Nothing here above the belly button should be contracting at all when you've got the transverse on at 20%. So see if I take it up a little bit more, you can start to see, that's starting to see the obliques kick in, and then much more there for your upper abdominal. So just think 20%, and I'm trying to think about my pelvic floors then. All right, everybody. So if you've not joined, I think we're down to about 70 or 80 places left for the start of the No More Mummy Tummy Challenge. So make sure you've joined. Go and sign up today so you'll get all the information videos out so you can fully prepare over this wonderful Easter weekend, and you can all have your Easter eggs. Okay, any questions in the Taster series, please ask. Keep doing your exercises. Keep focusing during the day, and we're going to get the best results out of the No More Mummy Tummy Challenge starting on Monday. I will talk to you all soon. Bye, everybody. Have a fantastic day.